Hello, friends. This is your math lesson for today, and it will be two lessons 11.3 and 11.4. So, I'm going to go through some things with you. Watch the whole video, and then when you go back to do the work on page 517 through 524, all you need to do is the even numbers. So, 2, 4, 6, 8 in each lesson. Okay? So, as a little practice, it says use a ruler, draw a shape with 3 straight sides, then draw a shape with 4 straight sides. So I'm not going to use a ruler because I can't do it on the computer, but 3 sides straight would connect these dots, maybe down to here, and then straight up to here. What kind of shape is that? Triangle, right. Now down here, they wanted us to do 4 sides. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now there's 4 sides. It's not a square. It's not a rectangle. It's not a special 4-sided shape. It's any old 4-sided shape. And when we have any old 4-sided shape, we refer to them by their official math name, which is what we're going to learn today. Think of a motorcycle with 4 wheels. What do we call that? It's called a quad, because quad means 4. This type of shape with 4 sides is called a quadrilateral. Can you say that? Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. That's what this next couple sections is going to be all about. Flat shapes, their official math names, and how we determine some special features about them. So let me clear this page off. When we look at the top of 518, it goes through what our shapes are. So it says, you can count sides and vertices to name two-dimensional shapes. Look at how many sides and vertices each shape has. So remember, a vertex is where the sides come together. When we had our 3D shapes, it's like a point. It's the outside point where 2 sides come together. And now with our shapes, it's important to know that we don't have a shape unless all the lines are connected to make a closed shape. So they have to connect. And we're going to keep straight lines only in these shapes. When we move into higher types of geometry, we can have some curved shapes, but for right now, we're doing straight shapes only when we're naming them. We're not going to talk about circles and ovals and ellipses and all that stuff. Just these shapes right here. So if we look at the first one, we have a triangle. We've all seen lots and lots of triangles. We look at the sides. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 sides. Well, how many points are there or vertices are there? This is 1 vertex, 2 vertex, 3 vertex, 3. 3 sides, 3 vertices. Okay, let's look at this special word. This is a quadrilateral. We just said it on the last page. It's any closed shape with straight lines that has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. Well, let's count the points or vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it has 4 sides, it will have 4 vertices, and it is called a quadrilateral. Say it. Good. Let's come into these guys. We have a pentagon. Pentagon. And a pentagon has 5 sides. 1, watch my pointer, 2, 3. This little guy is a side because it's its own straight line. 4 and 5. Let's look at this pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the thing about these shapes they don't have to look the same, but they can both be pentagrams because they have 5 sides, which are straight lines, and all of the sides connect and don't crisscross. So it's a closed shape with 5 sides. That's called a pentagon. Let's look at how many vertices a pentagon has. Well, let's make a little prediction. Triangle had 3 sides and 3 vertices. A quadrilateral had 4 sides and 4 vertices. Maybe a pattern. Let's see if a pentagon has 5 sides. Take a guess. Maybe it will have, very good, Haleys, 5 vertices. Let's look. 1, 2, 3. That's a point, even though it doesn't stick out. It's a point where 2 sides come together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about that? We made a pattern. Hexagons. Let's count how many sides they have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, little guy, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. Take a guess, friends. How many vertices? Let's count where the sides come together. It doesn't matter if it's like this or like this. Doesn't matter. As long as it's where 2 sides come together, it is considered a vertex. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go through them again. Triangle. How many sides? How many vertices? 3 and 3. So triangle. 3 sides, 3 vertices. Quadrilateral. 4 sides, 4 vertices. Pentagon. 5 sides, 5 vertices. Hexagon. 6 sides, 6 vertices. Why don't you stop the video and fill this all in, because it will help you when you go to do your work in a little bit. So stop the video, pause it, and fill those in. I'm going to keep going. You can unpause when you're done. So now that we've filled those in, I'm going to erase so I can scroll down. Your job on these is pretty simple. When you go back to do it, you're only going to do the evens. So I'll do 2 of the odds for you. So it's a triangle. How many sides? 1, 2, 3. How many vertices? 1, 2, 3. And you can definitely make these marks for yourself on your paper. This has a pentagon. So I know a pentagon has 5 and 5. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Let's count my vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. So you'll go through and you'll do number 2 by yourself. And then on the next page, you will go ahead and answer numbers 4, 6, and 8 by yourself. Let's come down to the bottom. This says in the hot, draw more sides to make the shape that they want. So they want you to make a pentagon. Pentagon has 5 sides, so you have to make 2 straight lines that connect. Okay? On a hexagon, we have to have 6 sides, so we need to add 3 more lines that connect. Don't make 7, don't make 5. So figure out how you can add 3 lines so that it would connect. Let's practice on this one. Quadrilateral. So I have 2 lines. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides. 4 sides. So I'm going to take my pen. This makes 3. Now, for it to be a quadrilateral, it has to have only 4 sides, only 4 vertices, and it has to close and connect. So now I have to connect my last 2 dots with a straight line. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did it. Go me. So you'll do these 2, and they're not very hard. I don't know why they call the hot ones hot, because they got no problems for us. We're super sup math smarties. 13, we can go through together. Alex is making a hexagon and a pentagon with straws. He uses one straw for each side of the shape. How many straws does he need? He's making a hexagon and a pentagon. So we need 6 for one and 5 for the other. What is 6 plus 5? You guessed it, friends. 11. This one you'll do by yourself because it's an even. 15 we'll do together. Ed draws a shape that has 4 sides. It's not a square, and it's not a rectangle. So we have to just draw any quadrilateral. Let's draw this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You didn't have to make that one, but I did. Anyone know what that's called? Very good. It's a trapezoid. So you'll do those 2 even ones by yourself. Nice work. Remember, triangle, 3. I keep putting my finger in the wrong spot. Quadrilateral, 4. Pentagon, 5. Hexagon, 6. Triangle, 3. Quadrilateral, 4. Pentagon, 5. Quadrilateral, 6. Okay? That's sides and vertices. Sides and vertices. And a vertex is where 2 sides come together. Whether it faces in or out, it's still a vertex. Now in the next lesson, it's just a continuation of this, which is why we're doing them together today. Let me erase and move on. In lesson 11.4, we're just going to talk about the inside part where our sides come together. When we talked about the outside part out here, we called it a vertex. When we talk about the inside part, the part that faces into the shape, we call that an angle. An angle is made when 2 sides come together, when 2 lines come together. So where 2 sides of a shape meet, they form an angle. This shape has 3 angles. So we have quadrilateral has 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. The triangle has 1, 2, 3 angles. And when we mark those, we can make little lines like this. Watch this cool stuff. So let's say we have 1 angle, 2 angles, 3 angles, 4 angles, 5 angles. 5 sides, 5 vertices, 5 angles. Good. Let's do this one. 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many angles do you think? Perfect. Read, Roy. 4. They're all right here. So we write a 4 here. Okay? So this is really just a continuation of the last pages. That's why I'm not going to do it in 2 different lessons. So you're going to do number 2 and number 4. And again, you want to pause and do it right now. That's fine. You want to do it all at the end. That's fine. You can do 6 and 8. They want you to draw a quadrilateral, which would have 4 sides, 4 vertices, and 4 angles. You guessed it, Dylan Eisler. Good work. And then you're just going to draw this one says Ben drew 3 2-dimensional shapes and has 11 angles in all. So we need to add up our angles and get to 11 with 3 shapes. Let's do this one real fast to show you what it means. It says Amy drew 2 2-dimensional shapes that had 7 angles. So 7. We could have 5 and 2. Do we have any shapes with 2 angles? No. We could do 4 and 3. Yeah, that would work. So let's make a triangle, which has 3. And a square, which has 4. Or a quadrilateral, sorry, which has 4. Watch my curves. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 total. When you do this one, she wants 11. Ben wants 11. So you have to figure out, how do we get from 7 to 11? There's probably a couple ways to do that one. You want 3 shapes, though. 3 shapes. Okay? So you're going to go back, do all of the evens in these last 2. And if you want extra practice, you can do the odds. You've done these before. But just to remind you, triangle. 3 sides. 3 vertices. 3 angles. Quadrilateral. 4 sides. 4 vertices. 4 angles. Pentagon. 5 sides. 5 vertices. 5 angles. And put my extra finger on a hexagon. 6 sides. 6 vertices and 6 angles. All right, friends. Nice job. We're actually going to do new math tomorrow as well, because we have to talk a little bit about equal parts, which is also called a fraction. All right, good work. Keep it up. That was a long video. So pause, go back, do what you need to do, and have a great day, okay? Miss you guys. Very, very proud of you. Keep it up.